Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your ugly ass up. What is going on, y'all? Happy third. No, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope you made it through. Hope everything's going all right your way. Today is May 24th, 2023. This year has flown by. The time is now 7 p.m. in the lovely city of Atlanta. I am your host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa is 4 letters. Easy to say, phonetic as hell. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. I appreciate everybody being in the building tonight. Let's go ahead and get the shaking the tin cup out the way. You see the Cash App and the PayPal above my head. If you would like to donate, cool. Help the channel to grow. I really appreciate it. If not, that's fine. If you're a new viewer, hit the subscribe button for me. If I have to earn your subscription, that's also okay. But the likes are free. Like I've been saying lately, take your shoes off before you come in my house. Hit the like button. The likes are free. Subscriptions are free as well. But if I have to earn the subscription, that's fine. The work is coming. I might as well say I already have a new subscriber. I would like you to hit the button now, but it's again okay if I have to earn it. But the likes are free. Take your shoes off before you come in the house. Hit that like button. Go ahead and slide over here to the comments. Uh-oh. Froze on me. There we go. Corey Joe in the building. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. As always. Eric Jordan in the building. Appreciate you stopping in as always. Salute to the growth family. We're continuing to grow. Y'all know I'm on that push to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I really want you to share the content. Start having these conversations. I went Darth Kofa yesterday. Probably going to do the same thing today again as we get ready for part 2. You can see the thumbnail. Y'all seen the video going around. I'm quite sure you've seen it on TikTok and Instagram, different socials and all that. But what I think happened was I think I found the actual document or note, so to speak, that triggered the video. So the guy in the original video saying, oh, my baby mama, or my stepdaughter wants her real dad to walk her down the aisle, that type of thing, right? So I was looking at the video and then I saw somebody commenting. I was like, these guys look the same. So the guy's name is Kevin Wesley, I believe. He's pretty big here on YouTube. So what I think was one of his subscribers must have written into him. And then he kind of just read it, with some passion with the video that went around. And then he came back and did a second video to just kind of break down what the guy should have really been expecting as a father and giving advice to stepfathers. So we're going to break that video down today. That's what I'll be reacting to. I got a couple of other short videos in here. Again, brothers, if that's how you want to move, you want to be a stepdad, things are going well, things are working out, hey, rock out with your cock out. As far as this one, I done been down that road. I seen that movie before, then tried to remix. It doesn't work for me. I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. And it sounds fucked up because so many women out there are mothers, right? So we have that understanding, but at the same time, choices are choices. Not everybody gets that I was young pass. In particular, solid ass black men. We often don't get that I was young shit. Because once a simp, always a simp. Once I made a mistake, I always had that stain on me, right? Whatever it is. Nice but too nice, nerdy, whatever the case may be. What's crazy is in our community, we find the capacity and the love for Jesus to forgive everybody who has wronged somebody in the community in an actual way, whether it's robbing somebody, physically harming somebody, selling drugs, because nobody's perfect. But the lame guy, he's always going to be the lame guy. Nobody fucking respects him, no matter what the fuck he does. We often see that in the black community, unfortunately. But that's the way things go. So that's why you see this turn of events of so many men starting to not fuck with single mothers seriously and getting their damn passports and heading across that water. Again, gentlemen, there is a globe out here. There's billions of women in the world with a B. Step your game up, sharpen your tools, get better socially, spiritually, mentally, financially, whatever space you're lacking in, sharpen that up and go see the world. Get out of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here, but I've seen some of the world. Get out of, I'm going to start with my people. Get out of Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Ozark, Alabama. Get out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Get out of Columbus, Georgia. I'm calling out all the cities I done laid my head so I know what the fuck it looked like and how easy it is to get trapped in any of those spots that I just named. Get out on some real shit, on some Jordan Peele shit. Get out of there. There's a globe out here, gentlemen. You can. If your ass can fit the bill for that woman and her goddamn kids be paying for family dinners and family vacations and things like that, you can take care of yourself. I don't want to hear no more goddamn excuses. Your ass been riding that bitch out with the family for the longest. You can handle yourself. But a lot of y'all niggas afraid to be by yourself, and that's how you end up finding yourself in these situations of being a step parent when you know that shit ain't right. I'm gonna go ahead and slide over here to the comments, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Again, I appreciate everybody being in here. Let me slide back up here. BT in the building, Broken Traditions. Appreciate you being in here, brother. Jason Williams in here. He says, peace, Kofa, and peace to everyone in attendance. Broken Traditions, I'm at it again. Toothpick engaged. We in for Toothpick engaged. We in for a good one tonight.
It's hotter than fish grease.
Yes, sir. Speaking to everybody, let's see. Jason Williams says, I shared the video, and the only thing this one dude kept arguing is that it isn't real. I'm like, can you still learn the lesson? That's the biggest thing, bro. You should have told him. I don't know. Were you in here yesterday, Jason? I think you had stopped in for a minute, but I was saying, even if it was a skit, and I'm not big on the skits either, but they can be teaching and talking points. But I have a family member that happened to. Everything described was a similar situation. A divorce happened. He ended up paying for 4 years of college at one of the highest, most expensive universities in the country, so he didn't lose his house, because the soon-to-be ex-wife was trying to get the house. That was the trade-off, is that he paid for her daughter's college education. So when you share that shit with somebody else and they want to give that pushback or, oh, it's not real, tell them that story that Kofa told you. And if they don't believe it, send them my way. We can have that conversation. Let me keep going. Comments. Eric Jordan says it's going good. Glad you guys are speaking. Again, this is social media. Y'all chop it up with each other. If you have a YouTube channel, when you come in this space, you don't even have to ask permission. Just drop the link in the channel, because the market's going to dictate whether or not people are fucking with you or not. That's simple. I can push certain people, but because the door is open in this social space, those I may not know, I may not push you as hard, like a Broken Traditions or a Theo Coop or a Mona D, but this is a safe place. Push it, let people go there and decide. I'm probably gonna look at your content myself, because I do consume a lot of content myself, just by looking, glancing here and there. And if I like it, I'll come back and give you a positive word to my audience. So again, I appreciate everybody stopping in. Let me keep getting through these comments, then we're gonna start the cooking. I don't know why my phone is going off like that. It's crazy. Jason Williams says, even though it's a melting pot, I gotta get out of Miami. Yes, bro. Go see. I know everybody jokes and say, oh man, you might as well be in, Puerto Rico or the DR or whatever like that, down there in Miami. But leave, man. Go see something a little bit different. Gonna sound crazy. Go somewhere where it's kind of chilly. Go somewhere cold. Give yourself a different view. It's gonna give you a different appreciation of what you do have. Let's go here. Broken Tradition says, I've been to Phoenix City once. I know you have, because you misspelled it. There's no O in Phoenix City, Alabama. Haha. Fun fact.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says, driving fam, but what up to all? Good, 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 brother. I know I get caught like that as well. Really can't tag who you want to tag when you're on the phone, and especially when you're driving. So, brother, drive safe. Hope my voice carries you to your destination safely. Broker Tradition says, traveling for work was the best thing I've ever did. I know you've seen some interesting places just here in the continental United States. Now, brothers, imagine you get a passport and you go across that water. It's literally a globe out here, y'all. But let's go ahead and get started tonight. Again, the video that went viral, everybody started talking about it. I went back and then I started seeing the guy like reply to himself, which was weird as fuck to me. Because the guy, again, I think his name is Kevin Wesley. I don't want to bring it up. My shit was glitching earlier, so I don't want to try to use too much bandwidth. But Kevin Wesley, I believe the guy is a polygamist. He has 2 wives, from what I saw on the channel. So he was just giving advice to, I guess, whoever happened to write in. So what I'm going to do is read what was actually written in that I came across when I was looking for more videos concerning this. So let's go ahead and get started. It's going to sound a little bit weird, but it kind of flowed the same. So whoever wrote in, anonymous, we'll just call that person. They said, this led to a pretty big fight with my girlfriend. Again, that's the dangerous thing. He was in this relationship for 10 years with a girlfriend. As I found out that none of my list of 20 made the cut for the final guest list because 250 people is very tight. I was pissed, but not a hell of a lot I could do because the important people in my life had already been offended. My girlfriend said, if some people didn't RSVP, yes, I might be able to get a couple people in, but that is an ultimate slap in the face, in my opinion. So I was boiling on Saturday. Yesterday, we had a Sunday dinner with the future in-laws family and us and a surprise guest, the real dad. At this little dinner, my stepdaughter announced that her real dad was going to be able to make it to her wedding and that now he'd be able to give her away. This was greeted with a chorus of, oh, how great and how wonderful. I don't think I have ever felt so angry and so disrespected. I was shaking. I took a few seconds to gather my composure because I honestly wasn't sure if I would cry or start throwing punches or both. Once I was sure I'd be able to speak up, I got up. Once I was sure I would be able to speak, I got up from the chair and said I'd like to make a toast. I can't remember exactly what I said, but the gist of it was this. Let me slide this up. Y'all give me a second. Did I lock this? I did. Hold on, let me slide. Oh shit, I shrank it. But the gist of it was this. I like to make a toast. The sound of spoons against glasses ring in my ears. It has been a great pleasure to be a part of this family for the past 10 years. Ah, how sweet. At this point in my life, I feel I owe a debt of gratitude to the bride and groom because they have opened my eyes to something very important. Confident smiles exchanged. They have shown me that my position in this family is not what I once thought it was. And now a glimmer of confusion and shock begins to spread on the faces of the room. Though I once thought of myself as the patriarch or godfather of the family, commanding great respect and sought out for help in times of need, it seems instead that I hold the position of an ATM. Good for a stream of money, but not much else. As I have been replaced as host, both on the invitations and in the ceremony, I am resigning my financial duties as host to my successor, real dad. So cheers to the happy couple and the path they have chosen. I finished my drink. You all can let yourselves out. He goes on to ask, is this selfish? I'm supposed to shell out 40 to 50 grand for a wedding that I can't invite anyone to, that I am not a part of. I'm so done with this crap. I'm done with my stepdaughter. I'm done with my girlfriend. I transferred the money out of our joint account. Fucking up again, gentlemen. I transferred the money out of our joint account last night. She has not had a job since she moved in with me. This morning, I called all the vendors and I had written checks for deposits to refund my money. At present, it looks like I'll lose around $1,500 for the venue, I'll lose about $1,500 for the venue, but the other vendors have been great about refunding.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
No.
Y'all heard throughout that. Girlfriend. It's a lot of brothers in these shacking relationships. We talked about it yesterday, right? Make sure my mic good. We talked about it yesterday. It's a lot of brothers in these shacking relationships, have been in them for long. I'm not a proponent of that. If your ass ain't thinking about getting married within the first year and a half, and definitely executed that shit by year 2, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Especially when children are involved. Because if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. You're talking about 10 years. She's moving in with him. A joint account. Has paid, getting ready to pay for a wedding. Now, I don't know. I didn't see anything else from the original video where the guy was saying, oh, he bought a car and, put it through school and all that. I don't know how true that was, but connecting everything. Apparently, he got a letter from somebody, and I just read what portion I was able to find. So we're going to keep on fleshing this thing out. This is, again, the whole video of fuck them kids that I did on Mother's Day. Because guess what? Been in that situation. But what women are tricky about doing, you create that bond with that child. That child creates a bond with you. You and mama split up. But guess what? You're the only father that child knows. So to be kind of fucked up if you just left that child high and dry, right? At the same time, mama is playing the game because she gonna still be getting money and getting help from you for that child. But when new stepdad comes in, guess what? You're also on the back burner. Now, I want brothers to understand this. If you choose to put yourself in that position, I'm not here to shit on you. Give yourself some gratitude.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Once again, we're going to stay on that. You have been able to take care of this woman and a child or children that are not yours. You can't look me in the face as a man and tell me what the hell you're incapable of doing. I don't want to hear that shit. I done seen too many men move mountains for families that weren't theirs. At the same time, fighting tooth and nail to see his own damn children. But I've also seen it where it's fucked up, where he gave up on the relationship with the ex and trying to fight to see his own kids and just moves over here and creates a new family. That's also fucked up. If you got kids, take care of your kids. Fight tooth and nail for them. I understand you get tired. I understand you get wore out. But definitely, until you solidify the spot with your own children, you ain't got no business hopping in no relationship trying to be no goddamn stepdaddy. Stop trying to fucking stroke your ego based off what the fuck your female family members have told you. There's no nobility in that shit. And women will say that shit all the time, right? They'll, well, that's a real man because it takes somebody special to love something that he didn't create. And a lot of these stepdads are better than the real dad. They playing both sides, gentlemen. Please don't be no goddamn fool with that. Don't allow that to permeate your better thoughts. And I need you to think higher of yourself than putting yourself in a position to be used and discarded like that. Because when it happens, if and when, you can't blame nobody but you. But I want you to be able to bounce back mentally, emotionally, financially. Again, they ass came as a package deal. Guess what the fuck happens? They ass leave as a package deal. Shout out to brother Andre from Love Crossing Borders. When he said that shit, it stuck with me. It relinquished me of so much guilt I was holding on to. Worried about my ex's boys. But guess what? They ain't mine. I loved them like they mine. They loved me. The youngest one, I'm the only goddamn daddy he know. For real, for real. but they batshit crazy ass mama fucked that up. And Kofa don't walk on water. I had my part to play, but the ultimate shit, where that shit just completely broke apart, I'm not taking that shit on. And brothers, I don't suggest you do that shit either. I'm so sick of men taking on all this fucking weight to make everybody else feel better. Taking on all this emotional baggage for the kids, whether they're biologically yours or not, for the women we're dealing with, for the women in our family, because we don't want to remind them and have them having flashbacks, whether it's grandmama, mama, auntie, older sisters. We done heard all the abuse the ladies done went through and how they loved and lost and some man did them dirty. We don't want to do that to them again, right? Because they raised us. And what we end up doing is taking on all this emotional baggage on our goddamn shoulders. And then as soon as we fucking break down, who do we got to lean on? Slide over here to the comments, then we're going to get into the main video today. We're going to go straight into that. I just wanted to read that portion to you so you can kind of make sense of it. If you didn't see the video, if you haven't seen it on socials, go back to my channel. I ran it yesterday, gave my commentary on it yesterday. But again, I guess the brother's name, I think the brother's name is Kevin Wesley on here. So I was very confused. I was like, this nigga is the one that's complaining, but now he giving advice to himself. I was highly confused. So I had to go back. And yeah, that's what it was. He was giving advice to somebody else. He just initially read off what I just read and put, you know, more on it. Let me keep going. Blessing. Dead Set in the building says, wow, talk about being disposable. Big facts.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says, your reading is excellent, better than Buddy acting it out. Salute, salute, salute. Reading is fundamental, y'all. All bullshit aside, I tell people all the time, man, there's 3 white men that gonna go on my wall. Sammy the Bull, Larry Bird, and Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers taught me that it was important to read. Shout out to Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton. He taught me how to read. So, aging myself, 80s baby. So I appreciate that, Corey Joe. That shit must have worked. Shout out to Reading Rainbow and Mr. Rogers. Quiet Storm in the building. Peace, Kofa, and chat. I'm mobile, but listening and supporting the watch hours. I really appreciate it, bro. We getting ready to get to cooking. I just cut the stove on. JB in the building. What's up, Kofa? Your channel Kung Fu is strong. Salute, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Broker Tradition says Kofa got hella books laying around his house. I do. I really do. And I got to get some new bookshelves too, man. Them things have gotten rained on and warped, and I got to get some new ones, man. But yeah, salute to Broker Tradition. He knows I can read well. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to get into the video of him reacting to what was essentially just read, where he ended up acting out, Kevin Wesley, and giving some advice. I'm going to stop it in between. Some I agree with, some I don't, but I'll tell you why on both. Where we at? Let's go.
To your child, their actual parent is always going to be their actual parent. All right. So I got a couple of rules here, roles that I want to give you guys. Often, whenever you're fathering a child or mothering a child, you're the step parent. You don't know what your role is, so you'll try to assume many. And many of the things you do, sometimes you can get emotionally invested in it and literally try to assume the role of their actual father or mother. So it's going to be a rude awakening. But it's some things I want you guys to look at before I even replay this video back, so y'all can kind of get this standard. And then whenever we play the video, you can see where my thinking is coming from, right? So if you ever in a situation where you are a step parent and you're wondering, what is my role? What is my duty to this child? I'm not their real father, and I want to be part of, I want to be treated as if they're real father if I'm going to provide, right? Well, know this understanding before you go into a relationship where you are stepfathering or step-parenting a child, okay? Number 1 rule. Now, I want to go through what is not your role first, and then we'll get to what is your role.
My bad, y'all. I didn't even realize I didn't have myself on the camera. Bam. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and still pause it right here. Something real quick that he said. is you're not the real parent. That's evident. I hate when people point that shit out. That is some of the silliest shit in the world. Like, bitch, I know I'm not the real fucking parent, but I'm still supposed to provide. He's going to go into his reasons why, that's supposed to be irrelevant for him. But I'm going to go ahead and give some pushback on that. So if I'm expected to do the same things that the father is actually doing, or in absence of that father, but I still don't have that same level of respect, that's already a fucking issue. But one thing I cannot stand is the disrespect of a child saying, you ain't my real daddy. Little nigga, I know that shit. I know that shit. And I hate it when adults agree with it like, well, you're not, stupid motherfucker. I know that shit. I know I'm not their real parent. But goddamn, the level of respect that this child doesn't have for somebody that's actually feeding them, and then you wonder why these little niggas is getting their head bashed in by cops and shit. If they don't respect the adults in the household that have done nothing to them, I'm going to go ahead and clarify that shit. We're not talking about a fucked up step parent. We're taking that completely off the table immediately. We're not going to mention that shit again. We are talking about good stepfathers that are coming in willing to love this woman and love these kids as if they are his own. So guess what? If some shit go down, guess what? You're a girlfriend. You ain't my wife. I ain't got to protect you. These ain't my kids. I ain't got to protect them. Show up at a baseball game. Pick them up from school. Tell that little motherfucker to walk home. I'm not their real parent, remember? We're quick to do that shit. I can't. Oh, that shit bothers the shit out of me.
No.
Bothers the fuck out of me when somebody, well, you're not the real parent. Bitch, I know that. So with that said, gentlemen, understand, blood gonna seek blood. I said it yesterday. But when you step into these situations, don't be caught off guard. Damn near wait for the other shoe to drop. The only surprise I want you to have is when that child doesn't go seek their biological father. Because blood gonna seek blood. That's the only surprise I want you to have if that shit doesn't happen. But let them keep on going. I just had to get that shit out.
So number one, your role is not to replace anyone. Not to replace anyone. Please understand that. Because the relationship didn't work out between that mother and that biological father, you don't have to come in there and replace the biological father, for you are not their father. Do you understand? Your role is not the disciplinarian. And I'm going to elaborate on that because you'll take part in that, but you are not the main person to discipline this child, okay? Number three, your role is not to provide for the child. Now, I mean, in part it is, but your role is not that. Please understand that, okay?
Let's get this understood. The way I like to take things and bring them together, because the shit he's saying right here is some bullshit. Well, your job isn't to provide, maybe it is. No, nigga, it is. Because guess what? As soon as mama sets those boundaries of this is what you're supposed to do, then this is the role this man is stepping into. It just amazes the shit out of me the way people break this stuff down and totally negate, like women aren't out here every day saying, I want a leader. I want a man that pays for everything. I want a provider. And as soon as that brother comes in there and falls short on providing for this child that is not his, it's going to be a problem. The minute that the biological father says, hey, I ain't got it, and she goes to her husband and he says, hey, that's not my responsibility, it's going to be smoke in the city. So while he's given some semblance of sense, a lot of this shit really needs to be fleshed out and put into context. But let's keep going.
Your role is not to make up for lost time, regardless of how much time that child has missed with their parent, their real parent, the traumas they have gone through. You are not there to fix it. You cannot repair that. You can only be the best that you can be for that child. All right. Number five.
I'm going to stop it right there. That one I agree with. You can't do shit about the past. Pick up where you came in. But again, Kofaism, I'm not suggesting you become a stepdad in the first place. Enough men done bore them scars for all of us. Let it keep on going.
You are not the authority over the child.
Bullshit. Let them keep going.
Not the authoritarian over that child. Please understand that. I know you're wondering, okay, then where's my value going to come from? Okay, I can take care of the child, but I can't be the authoritarian over it. How can I, protect and invest in a child if I can't be the authority figure? Well, here's what your roles actually are, all right? Number one, your role is to take part in all roles, being there where you can, but not assuming the role. Do you understand? You are a step parent. We have to understand this. The biological father has a responsibility. If he is not fulfilling those responsibilities, if you can, as a stepfather, take part in that role of helping the mother to fulfill that responsibility, but you are not there to be the sole provider, authoritarian, disciplinarian for a child that does not belong to you biologically. Please understand that.
Pause it again. In short, my nigga, you a utility. You see how that shit, it sounds nice, right? You're not directly responsible for that. That child has a father. You have that man take care of it. We're gonna get to the statistics in a minute, because yesterday I went Darth Kofa and went on a couple of rants, and I didn't give you numbers. So that bothered me a little bit. So they still gonna get Darth Kofa, but you're gonna get why. Sticking to his point, it sounds nice, right? That, oh, you're not directly responsible for that. So what he's essentially saying, and how it often plays out, is when mama wants you to, that's when you do it. When mama don't want you to, you sit your ass the fuck down with a smile on your face. This is the other part. I think I got a video on that. When you have a father that's a good father, you have to realize that's a whole nother adult that got a say in your fucking household. Now, God forbid you choose to be a stepfather with a woman that has multiple kids from multiple men, which is also a red flag, because if those guys are halfway decent, now you got two men. Let's just say 2 kids by 2 different men. Now you got 2 men that got a say in your fucking household on how you raise the children, your children, right? Up under your roof, that you're around all the time, that you're around more than them. My hat goes off to my daughter's mom's husband. Solid ass brother. But I was more than a weekend dad. I was more than just a 2 weeks in the summer dad. I got 50-50 physical custody of my daughter. She has lived with 12 years of school. I keep saying it. 12 years of school. She lived with me 6. So I had my daughter up under my roof the bulk of the time. A lot of that shit did not rest on that man. But he's still a solid ass dude. I ain't got nothing but the utmost respect and admiration for him. However, most situations don't play out well like that. Again, most of the time, these brothers are just being used as straight up utilities. Okay, you didn't have to pay for cheerleading this time, but I need you to pay for man's football. You didn't have to take the kids over here and show up to this event, but they daddy can't make it. I know you kind of feel a certain way about him being around, and the same thing with him and you, but he can't make it. I know y'all was alternating events. See, mama get to play G.R.O.W.T.H. That hand, that Godfather hand that I put on some of the titles, that's what mama get to play. She get to play puppeteer. When she wants you to do something, you better be able to execute, stepdaddy. When she don't want you to do something, you just the stepdaddy. Keep on cooking.
Number 2, your role is to build a relationship with the child, not to just come in being even a partial authoritarian. You got to think about the child, okay? They already don't have their actual parent, whether that be the mother or the father, and you would be asking the child to just listen to this person because they're with you. You don't want to mess your child up like that. You want the child to build a relationship with this person, this individual, so they can trust the individual, know that this individual is trying to protect them. You understand? They'll be more apt to perform for him or respond to him, instead of just like, this is going to be your stepdaddy, you got to listen to what he say. Do you understand? That's too big of a burden to put on the stepfather and the child, being that stepfather will now be responsible for that child and everything he tells them. If it goes the wrong way and he is not the actual father of that child, as the mother, I'm sure she's not going to take that well. All right. So let her be the primary authoritarian or disciplinarian. You be the person there to help fulfill those roles. It's not your child. All right. Your role is to understand your authority.
I'm gonna pause it right there. So on that last one, he was right. You can't come in gunning on 1,000. Try to build a rapport. Try to build a relationship with that child. Now, that said, if y'all are to the point where you're going to be a step parent and y'all in a serious relationship, i.e. going toward a marriage, you should already have a relationship with that child. Some shit should already be established. Now, what I've seen, again, personal life lived experience, what I've seen is it got to the point that the mom wants to be the primary disciplinarian as the biological parent. That's fine, right? But now you got a grown ass man going through this woman to talk to a child. So at any point where that child and that man are alone, the lack of respect is already there. It's been planted since that child was whatever age, because that was the initial interaction. You can't tell me what to do. My mama has to tell me what to do. Once again, brothers, you're being used as a utility. You can't even be a backup. Let's say two biological parents are still together. If mama's more of a disciplinarian, which my mother was in my household, my mom was more of a disciplinarian. If my dad had to get involved, that was a fucking problem. That was a problem. So my mom was disciplinarian, but I knew that my dad could be called on, right? Mix this shit up, blended family. Mom's biological, dad's a stepdad. Dad can't even be used in this instance as a utility. He's not even backup, because he can't do shit to me anyway. And then again, if you have a solid ass dad around, biological, because guess what? All I got to do is tell my daddy. Don't believe me? We'll get to it in a second. Things like this is why I'm against brothers becoming stepfathers. Everybody loves to talk about the beautiful situations, the ones that work out. But we went into it yesterday. We'll dig a little bit deeper today. It's so many of these situations that do not work out. And it fucks the kids up too. What did I tell y'all yesterday? If women will do this shit to their own children, you know they don't give a fuck about no man. I'm gonna let them keep on going.
How do you do this? You get with the mother. You find out she has a son. You ask her, is the father taking part in his life at all? If she says no, you know you have quite a plate here.
If she says no, leave. Fuck that. I'm gonna let him cook, but I'm giving y'all Kofa-ism. This is my channel. If she says no, you need to leave. If she says yes, you need to leave. That's just my opinion. It's so many layers and levels to this shit, y'all. And I really don't think men get it until they're fucking involved in it or losing their money on the back end. I'm gonna let them keep on cooking, and then I'm gonna get to the comments. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in.
Right? So now you need to get with her and find out what does she need? What would be helpful? Because that's really the ultimate goal as a husband to a woman who has a child, is to be as much help to improve the situation as much as you possibly can. You understand?
Utility.
All right, so your role is to set appropriate boundaries once you find out the basis of your authority. So based on what she allows you to be able to do with that child, set appropriate boundaries. Do you understand?
What she allows you to do.
But wait, it gets worse.
And your role is to set a positive example above all. That's your number one role. Set a positive example. You're not going to be able to directly go discipline this child, so set the example, family. Be the person that they never had in their life, not by replacing somebody, but by being that listening ear, by providing advice that they can't get anywhere else, by offering support. You understand? But know that in all that you give, you are not their father. So don't think that that's going to help you assume some type of authority role. Don't do it. You're only going to end up with your heart hurt. All right, now, with that being said, let's run it back. So
no, 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 no.
That's just me, y'all. I'm not with it. Done seen too much, been through too much myself. But I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If y'all want to come up and chop it up with the boy, we can do that. Make sure got this other window open, y'all. Excuse me real quick. Let me move some stuff around. Bam, there we go. So yeah, the link is in the chat. If y'all want to come up and have this conversation, just give your thoughts on it real quick. I do got a couple of more videos. I'm gonna slide over here to the comments, and then I'm gonna keep on cooking from there. But if you do want to hop in, just hit the button, cam up for me, and we'll pick it up after that. Black Trucker Mafia in the building. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you stopping in as always. Been a little minute. Corey Joe says, it's no reason for a man to sign up for this. It's too much. Jason Williams says, Corey Joe, exactly. Both of you guys get a...
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Jason Williams also says, there was a time when single mothers were humble. Now they're more trouble than women without kids.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
That was a real one, Jason. There was a time when single mothers were humble. And again, that's how we've been taught and socialized as black men. It's not that bad. When I tell people, men or women, doesn't matter. Hey, I'm not trying to be no stepdaddy. I'm not seriously dating nobody with kids. What's wrong with a woman with kids? The expectations, the level of arrogance, the disrespect that almost comes with it, with a how dare you have your own set of standards, is at an all-time high. Sisters used to be humble about that shit. Damn near hopeful. Damn near making sure every other facet in her toolbox as a woman was sharpened beyond compare. Because she knew she was bringing an extra mouth to feed. It was going to be difficult. Another thing that I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to mention it again. It's a lot of these women that have a certain amount of kids, even one child, and ain't trying to have any more. So why in the fuck I'm going to get with you and I'm not trying to have, and I can't have a legacy of my own? Because remember, the majority of men, black men, are in the middle class and childless. I'm going to say it again. The majority of black men are in the middle class and childless. So I'm on my way up. But I got to stop, accept you, your children, plural, and then you get to leave me and complain if I start making my way back down because I'm shelling out some money to take care of you and 2-3 other mouths that ain't mine. Plus, I don't even get a baby out of the deal. It's so many women that we don't even talk about this enough. A lot of women keep talking about the medical field is doing this and that to them. A lot of that shit y'all doing to yourself, sis, by the shit y'all shove in y'all fucking throat. A lot of y'all are overweight, and it's not a ooh, she thick overweight. A lot of y'all are sloppy on some G.R.O.W.T.H shit. You have cysts on your ovaries. You've already been out here hot girling it up. So you've had a couple of abortions. You done pumped enough Plan B for that shit to just sit in your damn system. You can't even carry a full-term pregnancy. You done got your tubes tied or had a fucking hysterectomy. So brothers can't even get a goddamn child about your ass. But he's supposed to make sure you and yours are taken care of. And to the brother's point, guess what? He's just the stepdad. But why I call bullshit on that brother's point? Because him just being the stepdad goes out the fucking window as soon as mama wants it. God damn it, I gotta give myself one.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Matter of fact, 2 of them.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
As soon as that woman dictates that, guess what? He's not fulfilling his responsibilities, his duties as a man or as a stepfather, he out the fucking window. Let me get over here to these comments. Sean in the building. Appreciate you, Sean from the Shy. Good evening, Kofa and BT. What it do? Hearing the content indeed. Where we at?
You go, girl.
Appreciate you stopping in, sis. Sean from the Shy says, glad you're continuing the dialogue about this subject. It definitely needs to be addressed. Pull out the pots, turn up the heat, and make it hot.
Because I told you, I'm a lame.
I appreciate it, Sean. Black Trucker Mafia says she had her chance with the child's father. A lot of them don't click, bruh. I'm coming back to that comment in a second. Broker Tradition says, make sure you subscribe to Kofa. He's only 1,000 subs away. Am I? 100. I think you meant 100. I think I'm like at 70 now. I don't know where I'm at. I'm at 9 something. Shout out to Theo Coop. He helped me get there. Broker Traditions, you helped me get there, brother. Salute to everybody. Everybody that like, share, subscribe, y'all helped me get there on that push to 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours. Uh-oh. Black Trucker says audio is bad, bro. Let me move the mic back a little bit. But Jason Williams says the audio was good. Anybody else have problems with the audio coming through? Broker just says, I noticed the audio is bad. Close out the live and come back. Black Trucker Mafia. Yeah, y'all let me know. I might have had the mic too close. So let me go back a little bit. I might have been clipping. That's my fault. I got hype. Black Trucker Mafia says, got it. Cool. Sean says, it can be nothing but problems when a woman has children and I feel for whomever her love interest is becomes an instant parent. That's not how this shit works. But you know what, Sean? It's enough people out there that have made this work and made it look good. And even with them being outliers, we're getting ready to see the numbers in a minute. Everybody goes toward the flowers and the candy and the skipping through a field of flowers. Broker Traditions coming through in the building. Hold on, brother, for me. Let me get to my interview page. And then bring you up on here, brother. Can you hear me?
Am I freezing again?
There you go. Say something.
Am I freezing again? Every time I come on your page, I'm freezing.
I don't know. It's like it's glitching. I can hear you now.
Okay, I just came to say what up. That's all. I'm still getting ready for my live. I ain't got my light set up or nothing like that yet, so I'm still getting ready for my live. So
no, it just stopped. You know what's crazy? The main camera is glitching, but when I look over at the the interview window,
yeah,
you're fine.
Let me see. Let me look on my phone. I had to close it out. I was getting videos and stuff ready.
Oh, there you go. I think it had to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know
cool,
what.
Cool.
But you're good,
but,
bro.
Yeah, I'm good. But only thing I can take away from this dude, man, is he wasn't married, man. Like you giving this girl wife privileges, and she's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for the brother, but
that's a no-go. Whoever the guy was, because the guy that was giving advice, I don't know if you've seen that part. The guy that was giving advice, he was the guy on the video the other day that was talking about, the video that went viral. Mm-hmm. I think somebody wrote into him and he was acting out what was written. So that's why I read what I found that was written. Yeah. So I guess he was acting out and then reacting to what the guy actually said, like, kind of giving his commentary on it that I just played. But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Mona? I see Mona here.
Oh, Mona snuck in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to your comments, Sean. Guys, Alpha Warrior, if the audio messed up, bro, log out, come back in. It worked for a couple of others. I don't know what is going on with the audio.
Well, go ahead. You finish cooking. Let me hop off if I might be the issue.
All
right. See you later.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Bring it back on me, y'all. There we go. So yeah, if the audio is bad, y'all, try to log out or log off, come back in. But Let me get back to these comments. Because we were digging in. So yeah, last comment from Sean was, it can be nothing but problems when a woman has children, and I feel for whomever her love interest is becomes an instant parent. That's not how this shit works. It's not supposed to, but again, we've been shown that rose-tinted field of flowers from, you know, movies and stuff like that, and it looks good, but in real life, it doesn't pan out like that. It usually doesn't pan out like that, right? So it doesn't look good as it's made to seem with those outliers. Get to this next comment. Sean says, women better realize that we have different makeup biologically. You can't pass yourself around like a collection plate. That will surface immaturity.
You go, girl.
Big matter of fact, you get this, Sean.
Got it. Hotter than fish grease.
Sean says, I'm at 940. I just need 60. Salute. I appreciate you checking in on that. Sean says, it was choppy, but I came back in. That was the sound again. It's acting crazy. I had to come back in. I don't know why. Mona says, hello, everyone. What is going on, Mona?
You go, girl.
There we go. Yep. Says, hit the like button. God's Alpha Warrior, I don't know if you logged back out, came back in, brother, but somebody let me know how's it going on the audio now. Sean said, yep.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Yeah, big time. Appreciate y'all being in here and cooking with me, man. But yeah, so that brother gave his commentary, and again, like Broker Tradition just said, man, I don't understand, brothers. You can't be putting yourself in these positions. I don't give a damn what anybody says, how anybody tries to belittle you, the sign language, shame, insults, guilt trip, and the need to be right. I don't care about all that, man. That shit is gonna come. You as a man have to protect yourself, bro, because these women don't give a fuck. They don't. The kids don't give a fuck. Society at large don't give a fuck. You don't get money. There's no stepdaddy fund. You don't get extra money for being a stepdad. If anything, she might get extra money off of you when y'all break up, if that happens, which is more than likely the case, looking at the numbers. So she left one relationship where she's getting child support, potentially child support and alimony. She get with you, maybe she does give you a kid. Y'all don't fucking last. Now you stuck with her ass because you had a kid with her, right? So now you paying child support. Women are not stupid, bro. Get that bullshit out your head. They're not fucking stupid. They are very cunning. And I'm not saying that they're smarter than us. I'd never adhere to that. I don't believe in it. But they are very cunning. See, usually men try to throw their weight around physically and all that. And then you'll think second. We usually go through experiences. Women have been given the game early. They've been told what boy to stay away from, what a man really means when he's talking and shit like that. They've been told that shit since they were little girls. Us, on the other hand, we've been socialized to think that they're just a weaker, softer sex and we can damn near do whatever we want to do, and as long as we take care of them, we'll be okay. That's not the truth. So many men have found out the direct opposite. Let me slide back over to the comments. Then we got some more videos. I'm going to get into the numbers and we're going to call it a night. Sean says the sound is better now. Cool. Mona says, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Also, if you're enjoying the fire content Kofa's hitting us with, subscribe to Kofa's channel and share with someone. Yes. Mona says audio is great. Black Trucker Mafia says it's good after you log out and come back in. Awesome. God's Alpha Warrior, appreciate you, brother. Audio is good now. Bet. So we're going to go ahead and slide over to a couple of these other videos. These are a little bit shorter, but I wanted to compare and contrast, brothers. Getting into these situations, you got to understand you might get one type of child or other. So this is the first one that you might get. God bless.
Behold Black excellence.
39, 52, 65. that deep.
Hold on, there's more.
I had no idea they even made geniuses this young. 2-year-old Isaiah G.R.O.W.T.H has shown a remarkable aptitude for learning, and at his young age, he already loves to read, write, and learn languages. Yes, languages. Isaiah already speaks 7 languages. 7. He just started speaking, and he can speak 6 more languages than me. That's incredible. His biggest love is math. He even tried to teach math to his friends. They probably looked up at him confused and then went back to play in the sandbox. It's lonely being the smartest kid in the room. He probably looks at his classmates like, cretins. I hope Isaiah is able to continue his passion for learning when he gets older, because the sky is truly the limit with this kid.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Little boy's a genius. Speaking 7 languages, like dude just said, that's 6 more than me. Shit, a genius. Now, I don't know that whole situation. I don't know if he has a 2-parent household, if it's a single dad, single mom, whatever, but I'm assuming it's a mom because it said I gave birth to a whole genius. So I'm assuming, you know, at least the mom is there. Maybe it's a 2-parent household. I don't know. But let's just say you get with Isaiah's mom. Isaiah's a fucking genius. Isaiah's a good kid. Isaiah's smart. Your life is on easy street, brother. But guess what somebody's always going to remind you of, because you're the step parent? He don't got your DNA. He might have lucked up. It's kind of fucked up to say that, but guess what? People are going to say that. That's how they portray a lot of times when stepdads come in, like you ain't had no influence over that child. Even if you paid for that goddamn private school. Now, the little boy came out a genius, but you had to nurture it. But guess what? Because you're not the biological dad, you're probably not going to get those kudos. So that's just something to take in consideration, even when you have a really, really good child. Let's flip the coin over, shall we?
No. I want you to touch me. I want you to touch me.
All my life, you're not doing shit. Stop playing, you're not doing shit.
So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You see.
You see? No, do it! Nigga, beat my ass! Beat my motherfucking... Go ahead, beat my ass right now. Go ahead. Listen, go ahead, beat my ass.
Shut this fucking window. I'm not playing.
Ricky. I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
I'm gonna pause it. I forgot some of y'all are driving, so I'm just gonna read the title real quick. It says, son appears to have a mental breakdown when his mother refuses to let him go outside. I want you to beat my ass. That's in quotations. Now, again, I'm sensitive to the mental health piece. Some of this shit is just badass, spoiled motherfucking behavior. Usually, I see it a lot of times when it's a mom and a son. I keep saying it. By the time black men know black women. Black women don't know black men. They know black boys. If he is in the middle of his teens, 14, 15, 16, she is starting to lose her mind, because now he has the emotions of her, because he's seen her spaz out a couple of times or been around mostly women when we're realistic about this shit, but he has the strength of a man. Now he's spazzing, don't know how to control himself. Now, for some of these boys, now they can look down at the top of their mama head. He a whole 6'2", she a whole 5'2". But he'll spaz out like this. Again, I've mentored young men that have put hands on their mama, more than one. I'm not talking about some, I'm not gonna say it's rare. It's not often. I'm not gonna say it's few and far between. I'll say that it's not often. But it happens so much because guess what? Now mama's scared because he's punching holes in the wall, right? He's breaking things. And like I tell any woman, whether you're in a romantic relationship or it's your kids or whatever the hell, when a man start punching holes in the wall, it's only a matter of time before he start punching holes in you. So this looks like this is where we are. I'm gonna let it keep on going.
You wanna break it down? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, break the other one. You wanna do that? I don't know what the fuck your problem is. But go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Good. Yep. You don't give a fuck?
You're not touching me.
I'm not touching you?
You're not touching me.
And then, no, Ricky, beat my ass. I'm begging you to beat my ass. Go ahead, nigga, beat my ass today. No, beat my, you wanna beat my, Ricky, I'm standing right here and I haven't moved. Beat my motherfucking ass in this house. Go ahead. Go. No. You wanna fucking, no. Beat, I'm here. Don't tell me to come nowhere.
Fuck out of here. You're not doing shit.
Don't tell me to come. No, don't tell me. No, nigga. Nigga, come beat my ass. Come beat my ass right now. Beat my motherfucking ass. I want you to. Listen. Come here. You come here. You wanna beat my ass, nigga. You come here and beat my ass. That's all I ask you to do. That's no. That's all I ask you to do. Okay, what? Ricky, come beat my ass. Come beat my ass. No, nigga, come beat my ass. No, come on. I'm begging you to beat my ass today. Come do it. Come do it. No, you're not leaving this house.
Watch out.
No.
Watch out.
No.
Watch the fuck
Nope. Nope.
Watch out.
No, beat my ass. Go ahead.
Watch out.
No, beat my ass. Go ahead.
I'm sick of you. Fuck you.
Get off.
No.
I heard y'all coming in. Let me get over here to these comments. I ain't even gonna get no commentary yet. Where are we at? Do. Hold on. Pick up where I left off. Sean from the Shy says that's why boundaries have to be established off rip, because good men get played and become damaged goods behind bullshit women do.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And there's only so much. Brothers, let me say this, because people do shit to you and then get mad at you. I think I just did a short on this. People do shit to you as a good black man and then get mad at you for responding the way that you respond. Essentially, they'll get mad at you for pulling a them on them. God damn it.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Had to give myself one. They'll get mad at you for pulling a them on them. And then when brothers walk the fuck away from these situations, the belittling and the shame continue because you just not strong enough. Did you take into consideration this? Well, you know she had went through that. Well, this, that, and the third. There's always something thrown at men to make us supposed to stay in situations like the one I just played. Now, again, you can shake the dice and maybe get a kid like Isaiah, who's a fucking genius. All you got to do is foot the bill on some of his educational programs. Quite sure he's smart enough where they're going to give him a full ride somewhere. Or you can have the other young man tearing up shit, threatening his mama. And guess what? She's just supposed to ride with it. And guess who else supposed to ride with it? Stepdaddy. Get back over to the comments. Sean says that baby is the light of the universe, not the world. Yes. Next one, Mona says this is sad. What else you gonna say? It's sad, it's scary, it's pitiful. Mona says, I get calls every week from single moms looking to put their child into the system because they can't handle them anymore. Shaking my head. Isn't that interesting? The same language that these women are using for their own children are the same language that they try to use to shame men that don't want to deal with the same fucking situation. But I'm supposed to come in as a good ass stepdaddy, being able to walk in as a man and automatically get respect and be a leader and all that shit. You can't handle your own motherfucking child. But I'm supposed to be Billy Badass, come in, lay the hammer down, and you respect me too. But at the same time, like the guy was just saying, like Kevin Wesley was just saying, right? You got to establish boundaries. You can't come in as a disciplinarian. You know how many women are looking for that because they can't handle their own child, but still require a man to handle them? Isn't that crazy? This is some of the most insane, backward shit that we have mainly going on in our black community. I know white folks go through it too, but I'm talking about us today. This shit is the norm in our community. See, when this shit go on in other communities, those are outliers. Those are kinds of the onesie, twosie, one-off, here or there type of folks. In our community, this damn near par for the course. Black men are raised to automatically think and assume that we're going to be stepdads and just deal with it. And then when we try to make the best out the damn situation, we wrong. We doing too much. I posted something on my shorts earlier, on my community tab, and I meant that shit. That's a Kofa-ism. Don't steal that. Being a black man in America is being told you're doing too much and not enough at the same damn time. I'm gonna say that shit again. Being a black man in America is being told that you're doing too much and not enough at the same time. I get all three.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man. Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
But that type of behavior is the shit that some man is supposed to walk into and be able to deal with. All of a sudden, I gotta switch my brain to be a fucking psychologist and or personal bodyguard for the mother. But not too much of a bodyguard because I can't hurt her baby. I just need to restrain him while he's using weapons. Potentially already running the street, finna go get his little buddies. Seen that shit happen. Back over to the comments. Black Trucker Mafia says she's obviously afraid of him. She was doing her damnedest to sell those wolf tickets, bro. You are correct.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Mona D says, how old is he? When he got up close to the camera, he looked around 15 to me, maybe 16. Black Trucker Mafia says she's supposed to still be stomping a mud hole in his ass. Bruh, I'm telling you, once these boys, all that old school shit, I hear you, I feel you. A lot of that shit is all but gone. It will make these jokes, again, and make for great comedy in the black community. Great comedy. Man, my mama would have did this, that, and the third, and man, that did. That shit damn near gone, bro. These women they're so afraid of the monster they created. That's their Frankenstein. For those that don't know the story behind Frankenstein, the doctor name was Frankenstein. So the moms are Dr. Frankenstein. These sons that they're creating, the ones that we've come to know as the Frankenstein with the bolts in his neck, that's just a monster he created. These boys are the monsters a lot of these moms created. Situations too, we can go into societal standards and all the different statistics. At the end of the day, she's afraid of this boy because she's done nothing but show him fucking respect. But where's the man? And I'm willing to venture and say that he's acting like that because ain't no man around. Because guess what? A man will leave me. My son gonna be here. I forgot to add that clip. I know y'all seen it before where the couple was arguing at the kitchen table and the 29-year-old son was in the refrigerator talking about he wasn't leaving and the mama was saying he couldn't leave. I forgot to pull that one and add it in, but we'll be here all night talking about that shit. But this young man obviously doesn't have a father around, so he may be angry about that. He may have mental health issues. I just hate that that's the first thing we fucking go through. When somebody just simply ain't put a belt on his ass or punish him at any stage in life, and now he thinks he can do what the fuck he want to do, when he want to do it, without consequence. But again, no disrespect to the sisters out there that don't rock like that, but you know the majority of black women do move like that. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want, with whom I want, to whom I want, where I want, however many times I want, and I better not have no goddamn consequence. And this shit makes sense in they fucking lady brain. God damn it, I'm on fire tonight. I get another one.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in for me. Slide back over to the comments. Where was I at? Sean from the Shy says, there is no male influence or energy in that home. 2 parents are needed to have a balance.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Mona D says she's antagonizing him. It's not making this situation any better. She's trying to buck up at him to defend herself. I know what you're saying, Mona D, and I know you got your expertise of working with families and stuff too. And I've had some, so I see a lot of women get like this, trying to hype themselves up just in case she actually physically does have to defend herself. Now, if you heard at the end of the video, I'll go back and play it in a second though, but if you heard at the end of the video, it sounds like he had pushed his way past her and she started crying. Matter of fact, I'll go back to that now after he walked up on her. So y'all just listen out for that. Let me get to that. I'm just fast forward.
No. I want you to focus.
Let me fast forward to like right at the end.
Get off.
Remind a little bit more.
Get off.
Couldn't really hear that at the end, but I heard a fuck it, kind of, tearing up, tears in the throat or whatnot. So again, Mona, like she was antagonizing him. She was. I agree with you. But I've seen it before where a lot of women will buck up like that, like, oh, you want to be Billy Badass. She still thinks she mama until that boy toss her ass over the couch. Then seen that shit happen. Or until he backhand her. It's not new, unfortunately. The black community been real fucking quiet on this shit. Because guess what? We've pushed the single mother, strong, independent black woman, nothing can hurt me shit so goddamn hard. A lot of these women been getting their ass whooped by their own kids. The only time we want to say something is when it's one of these fast ass little girls. These boys been going upside their mama head, just like the other men, and don't nobody say shit. Cause guess what? She don't say shit, but you supposed to come in and be a stepdaddy, bruh, and curtail that situation. I'm not gonna beat on that too much more. You know a father is missing, but I played that to ask the brothers. Is that the type of situation you want to walk into? Because the minute you put hands on that boy and the police show up, she gonna blame you. The minute he put his hands on you and fuck you up, she wants you to understand and be patient because he just a child. Again, I done seen this movie before. Slide back over to the comments, then we're going to keep on cooking with a couple more videos, and then we're going to roll. Where we say, Sean says, this so sad to infinity and beyond. Real talk. God's Alpha Warrior says, that's not this young boy's first time acting out. I don't even want to read the rest of that shit, bro.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
You know what? You get this too. You get the Godfather.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Hit the nail on the head. Let me bring that shit back up, God's Alpha Warrior. Again, that's not this young boy's first time acting out. I bet his father beat her ass too. Sounds like ass whoopings are her love language.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
I've seen that too. Women that were not abused, that became the abused. Because you didn't put your hands on me and raise your voice and call me all out my name and do all this shit and threaten me. That was abusive. You know what type of abuse that turned into? He was a narcissist. He was just verbally controlling. Because he didn't give her the same type of ass whoopings she was accustomed to. Speaking from experience. Personal experience. I've been labeled a narcissist and controlling and everything else because of that. This is why I'm against that shit. Now, again, I know there's outliers, brother. If it's working, keep on cooking. However, if you think there's a stitch of a chance that could be your goddamn future, sooner or later, I need you to cut ties and run, bro. Real talk. It is too, let me say it plain. I know we have ladies in the room, but ladies, take it to your sons, your female, your male cousins, your homeboys, and your brothers. It is too much peace and too much pussy in the world. I'll be damned.
No, 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 no.
I'll be damned. It is too much peace and too much pussy in the world. I'm not finna deal with that shit. I done been down that road. No. Mona D says, ooh wee, that part, Kofa, great connection. And it's most likely the male children that they try to dump into the system. On a regular basis.
Hotter than fish grease.
Mona says, cook it up. Yes, ma'am, I am trying. But I done seen it. I can't handle him no more. But shame a dude because he can't handle the same situation. That's crazy as hell. Sean from the Shy says, here. These very same women won't let the fathers be involved when they're with their shorties. Now they're begging for help. Make the shit make sense.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Let me say this for those women who have tried to get the man involved. If he doesn't want to be involved, the earlier you are honest with that child without belittling or degrading their father, because the minute you do that, you've heightened up his mythology. You've made him larger than life. Because now that child don't believe you. And until that child sees it for themselves, they're going to be mad at you. So if you're honest, you have any type of proof, it sounds fucked up. This is just Kofa-ism. I am not a licensed clinician, but I have worked with kids. I've worked with families. I've seen this shit in my own family. You withholding letters. You withholding text messages. You withholding emails. Doing all this shit when the guy either reaches out because he wants to see his child, or he's telling you and the child to kick rocks. And either way, that child has to find out a harsher way when they get older. When you could have found a way to explain it. You explain it when they damn dog die. You explain it why they can't go to a goddamn amusement park after you done made them a promise. And mama just didn't have the money. You figure out a way to do shit all the time. So why the hell you can't tell these boys the truth, especially kids in general, but the boys mainly, about they damn daddy, good, bad, or indifferent? And then if his ass so keen on not believing you, give him some fucking proof. But again, as a stepfather coming in, brother, you want that to be your situation? Do you really want to gamble on that? Because that may not manifest itself until he hit his teenage years. Tearing up shit. I've played videos like that here before. Played one not too long ago on the Fuck Them Kids video. Son stole $2,000 from his mama. Went and spent it on his little girlfriend. Ain't think shit about it. Why? Because he been the man of the house. These son husbands are a real thing. And it can get dangerous. Back to the comments. Son Moses says, I'm going to need 2 plates, cook too much and not enough.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I appreciate that, Son Moses. Mona D says, facts, Sean from the Shy. It hurts the child. Just give the child to his father. If the child was with the father, many of these behaviors could be alleviated. They very much could be.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I ain't gonna tell too much family business, but again, I was a single father. Me and my daughter done went through our dust up. I know at the end of the day, she gonna be straight. She gonna be straight because I know what I instilled in her. And it's way more positive than it is negative. Daddy had a potty mouth. Sorry. But my baby is solid. When she really focused like her daddy get, can't nobody fuck with her. She might be watching. Salute. but I know what I put in that child. From emotional, spiritual, wokety woke blackness standpoint, she got a foundation she can stand on. A lot of these times, and I had to warn her, because guess what? You had a dad, Red. That's what I call my baby. She like her daddy. Red, you had a daddy. A lot of these boys that you're going to run into, a lot of them can't say that. So you're going to have to choose whether or not you're going to be patient with them or be able to see through their bullshit a little bit quicker. Because I can't hold your hand through everything. But that's what fathers do. And guess what? As a stepdad to my youngest that isn't biologically mine, but it's still my goddamn baby, I give her the same fucking smoke. I don't pull punches with my girls. But unfortunately, so many of these mothers feel like they can get all their male attention. Let me go ahead and get real vulgar real quick. It's fucked up, but a lot of y'all women out there, you're doing everything with your son but fucking him. Real talk. That's your dinner date. That's who you want to figure it out and use that internet stuff, that YouTube to figure out how to fix this. Or you'll call a real man to come do manhood shit, take care of the yard, fix the car, wash the car, shit like that. But meanwhile, your son is all the male attention you need. A lot of y'all doing everything with your son except for fucking him. Had a couple of young boys I was talking to. One of their homeboys was at the movies with his mama. Guess what they was doing when they came out the theater? Laughing and holding hands. He's fucking 16 years old. 16, not 6. Kikiing and giggling with his mama like they on a fucking date, holding hands. A lot of y'all on some weird shit. That's a whole nother goddamn live. I touched on it before, lack of a better term, with women preying on younger men. But I think it might be time to circle back to this shit, because summer's coming around the corner. For those parents out there, your kids are going to be out of school. You still got to go to goddamn work. We don't get summer break as adults. We still got to go to work. So what does your child have going on this summer? What potential older woman could he be laying up with? What new graduate that's 18, 19 years old could your 14-year-old be laying up with? Just throwing some of that out there. Again, stepdads, everything I'm throwing out there to the moms, do you want to be involved in that? Do you want to gamble on that? Slide back to the comments. Jason Williams says, no look assist, grown step kid.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Mona D says facts, and 2 of them are emotionally drained. Broken Tradition says, I know a real life story that's worse than this. Jesus. We got to talk about that over a cigar, brother. Sean from the Shy says, I separated from my husband when my daughter was 10, and I never belittled her father in front of her. How I felt about him was as a mate versus a parent is 2 different worlds, and she saw the truth. Good on you, Mona.
You go, girl.
Good on you, Sean. Sean says, Chef Kofa cooking the entrees of truth and real, hotter than fish grease. I appreciate you, sis. Big hole dip in this thing, man. Hey, man, this is one of my mentoring partners checking in on Facebook.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Says, but the mom want the check, so they won't let the boy stay with dad. Big time facts. They just call on them when they need some discipline, and guess what? She get to dictate how much discipline that is. God's Alpha Warrior says, shout out to the ladies in the chat who see the dysfunction and want better, and teach the women who want to change. We got nothing but love for our black women because we come from a black woman. You get all 3 for that, brother. Salute to the sisters.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man. Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Sean says, I keep looking for Mo, man. Mo on the go had commented. I think I done called her name like 2 or 3 times. She had commented on something I posted earlier. And I was looking for her yesterday, and then she popped up on my comments, but she not in the chat. But Sean says, give those girls the truth because only a man can tell them how men are. 100. Salute, sis. I appreciate that. And I'm big on that because when I was working in juvenile justice, I didn't have any problem with the girls a lot. Other people would tell me how bad they were, but I don't know if I was young and they thought I was cute or whatever. But they did what the fuck I asked them to do. No weird shit was going on, but I never had a problem out of those girls. And then it kind of clicked one day. Every little girl needs to hear that they're loved from a man that doesn't want to sleep with them. I'm going to say that again. Every little girl needs to know that there's a man that loves them that does not want to sleep with them. That helps them gain confidence. They don't grow up to be one of those women who just start laying on their back, open their legs up because every other dude is telling them how pretty they are. They don't believe the bullshit. She needs that solid dude in her life, whether it's a teacher, a father, stepfather, mentor, whatever the hell it is. Old man at the grocery store to say, take your ass in the house before it get dark. Every little girl needs to know that she's loved by a man that does not want to sleep with her. But again, stepdads, do you want to gamble on that? Because I'm getting ready to get into a real quick video. There goes Mo. I spoke her up. Hold on. Let me get to the Sean says, give those girls the truth. Broken Tradition says, damn, that's deep, Kofa. Sheesh. Sean from the Shy says, what kind of shit is that? Too many grown-ass men out here to go out with. Look, I'm telling y'all. Y'all think I'll be on here. You think Toothpick Kofa is just on here toothpicking? I'm talking this shit because I know what the hell I'm talking about. Mo on the go says, oh Lord, hotter than fish grease.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You got to walk around with that in your pocket, Mo. Glad you're in here, sis. I just talked you up. Broken Tradition says, there goes Mo on the go. I just talked you up. I was looking for you yesterday on the live, and then you commented on something I had posted, and I was looking for you now. Sean from the Shy says, guys, Alpha Warrior, much love right back. The only way we can correct anything is to dialogue with each other. Straight fire. Yes, yes, yes. Broken Traditions, drop the Cash App. I appreciate that, brother. Also drop the PayPal. Appreciate that, brother. If y'all miss it on the screen, it's right above my head. If you want to donate, cool. New viewers, hit the subscribe button for me. If I have to earn your subscription, that's fine. The work will continue. But wipe your feet, or as Mo says, take your shoes off when you come in my house. Hit the like button. It's free. Let's see. I think we're good. Logic and Reason in the building. I appreciate you being in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to the Growth family. We are steadily and slowly growing. As I always say, slow and steady. As my grandfather used to say, man, I'm just holding it in the road. As long as we keep on moving forward, we good. So let me get to this next video. This is interesting. Now, I played you a couple of videos. Brothers, you might get a good kid like the little genius. You might get a young man that's spazzing out. Or you could get a young lady like this, because guess what? A lot of times, like I said yesterday, you come in a situation, the daughters just want a daddy. So she's happy to be somebody's baby girl. But that's not always the case. Remember what I just said earlier tonight. If there's a halfway decent father around, guess what? That's another adult that got a say in your household, because that's his flesh and blood over there. What legal rights do you have? Let's listen.
Even me, I grew up with a stepfather, and I will tell you, like, at some points, I did not respect my stepfather because he wasn't my real dad. I would tell him, "You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do."
Exactly.
Realistically speaking,
and
I got a real dad. All of that.
And you're assuming that is not involved with the kid, because if he is, God forbid,
yeah, then it's even worse.
You're even worse.
Yeah, if the father is in the life, then it's even worse for you as a stepdad. Yo, it's a L to be a stepdad.
It is.
Period.
It is.
Like
I would tell my stepdad, I'm gonna tell my dad that you put your hands on me. Like I remember all of that.
Y'all heard that right? What I say earlier, I'm gonna tell my daddy. I'm gonna tell my dad you put your hands on me. And sometimes that doesn't mean spanking or corporal punishment. I'm gonna tell my daddy you tried to touch me. I'm gonna tell my mama you tried to. Brothers, think about this shit seriously. I'm gonna let it keep on rolling.
Oh, bro, it's an L. Yeah. And again, women don't understand this because women take very little risk when they're the mom and the kid is theirs and the man comes in. But you guys don't understand this stuff because you're women. To you, it's all upside. Oh, I got a guy coming in, take care of the kid, help me out. I got a boyfriend now, kind of a stepfather. It's a W for you all the way. But for a man, it's an L all the way.
That's sound advice right there, especially for younger men. Build your own legacy. Don't be out here, do the stepdaddy, do the step.
No. I want y'all to pay attention. Again, I'm big on eye contact, body language, and that type of thing. Tone of voice, all that shit. You see how she just blatantly said this shit? I remember I didn't respect my stepdad. I remember telling him, hey, I'm gonna tell my daddy you tried to touch me. Didn't blink, didn't hesitate. So imagine being a disrespectful ass teenager in the middle of that shit. And you heard what she initially said. I grew up with a stepdad. Which means she was cognizant of this man's position since she was a smaller child. Parents probably didn't last long, split up early in her life. So she grew up. Her words, not mine. Y'all heard it right. She grew up with a stepfather. Which means that man that took care of her whole life. There were times I didn't respect. So when she didn't get her goddamn way, she didn't respect him. I'ma tell my daddy. I'ma tell my mama. So on and so forth. And like I said, it's fucked up. It's so many brothers behind the wall right now because somebody said something. Not an actionable item. Not some shit we watch take place. Not something that can be proven. Just something was said. I told y'all about my older cousin married into the family. One of my crazy older cousins. Her daughter run the street. They end up taking in the grandkids, 2 set of twins. They run in the street. The husband is a disciplinarian. Kids don't want to hear that shit. Make up a damn story that he was molesting them. He's still sitting behind the wall. Retired from the federal government. What retirement? Snatched it. Gone. Sitting in prison. In his fucking 50s. Now 60s. This shit real, y'all. Now, I might throw some shit in there for shock value. I mean, y'all like being entertained, right? But even the shock value got truth in it. This is why I was pushing back against some of that stuff that Kevin Wesley was saying, right? Hey, man, set healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries only last until mama decides they're not healthy. Then that man, that stepdad, got to make new adjustments. Then there's the shame. This is the other part people tend to forget. Guess what? If, like this girl in the video, you grew up with a stepdad, that means you grew up with a step family. So now when that breakup happens with their step family, that man got to answer to his mama because she got accustomed to being a grandmama. Got to answer to the aunties, all the other women in the family. What did you do? First thing gonna be asked. Fuck what happened. What did you do? Unless she's a solid ass woman, that's the only time you might get a what happened. Majority of the time, I'll venture to say 95 to 99% of the time. What did you do? Talking to the man. Their blood relative that chose to be a stepdad, he gonna catch all that smoke. And once again, I said, brothers, we catch smoke as good men. This is how you can kind of damn near measure if you're really a solid dude. You catch a lot of smoke. The reason why you catch that smoke, because you're present to try to help fix that shit. Black women don't like accountability. They got to find the nearest black man or the idea of white supremacy to blame. The majority of the time. Not all. My screen went out. Not all, but majority of women do that. Majority of black women do that. I'm going to keep it with us today. Right? So then when you're going out here doing what you're supposed to do, like I said, You're doing enough, but not enough. You're doing too much, but not enough at the same time. It's amazing, y'all. Let me get to this next. Let me get to these comments. I think a couple came in. Sean from the side said, "Just made you a favorite in my Cash App. Will hit you soon, sis. I
You go, girl. Cause I told you I'm a lame."
Bro, just say I got a drop code for y'all. Have a good night, brother. I'm about to get off too. I'm not too far behind you because I want to catch your live. Sean from the Shy says, "I cannot stand women who lie about sexual assault. That shit pisses me off to no end. It's some real live clowns out here."
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And more on the go, or the women who refuse to believe the kids. Listen, I've seen both in real life, where the child is making up shit and it's fucked the man over, and where it's blatantly been obvious this nigga's a weirdo and he has been touching the children, but the mother has chose the man over the child. Again, the first, appreciate it, Corey Joe. The first mentee I had was when I was working in juvenile justice. I'm 23 years old. I think I told this story here before. I'm going to tell it, play this video, and then we're going to slide, man, because I do want to catch BT. And I want y'all to slide over and check out Broker Tradition. At least slide over, hit the like button. If you're doing something, slide over there, hit the like button, and let it run for his algorithm as well. But I think most of us already subscribe to him. But do slide over there. New subscribers coming in, hit that like and subscribe button for me. New viewers coming in, hit the subscribe button. New subscribers, hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button. It's free. That's the free part. If I got to earn a subscription again, cool. I might as well say I got a new subscriber because I'm going to keep doing the work. But hit the like button. It's free. But back to me losing my mentee. Had a mentee in a situation like that with a mother, him, and his single mom. His mom's boyfriend was whooping her ass. So he would get in between them. The boyfriend would beat him up, right? The mom would call the police and have him locked up. That's how he ended up in juvenile justice. He was in there like 2 or 3 times within a year of me working there. And the last time he got released, same situation. Boyfriend whooping his mama ass. He feel like a big man. I got to protect my mama. The boyfriend stabs him in the chest with a butcher knife. 15 years old. Bleeds out. Dies in his front yard. So now, because of this woman's choices, her son is dead and her boyfriend, as wrong as he was, he going to jail for life. I keep saying it. I keep saying it. I keep saying it. I keep saying it, y'all. I'm big on passport bros, going to see the world, seeing different women, open up your options. But when it comes to the black community, the system love getting 2 niggas for the price of 1. 1 in the grave, 1 behind that wall. I'm dead ass serious about that. Please be cognizant of the situations you're choosing to be in, brothers. And I wish I could have got a hold of that 15-year-old and shook the shit out of him, because I was only 23 at the time. So he used to ask me, please don't let them send me home this weekend. Like, where you supposed to go? Man, you getting out, man. I'm happy for him. Man, I don't want to go. He wanted to stay in prison because he knew in his mind, he was safe there. He had 3 meals a day and he was safe. It was over a holiday weekend like this coming up. Like Memorial Day or something. It may have been around Memorial Day. Shit, now I think about it. I take off that Friday. I come back on like that Tuesday. Hey, where's so-and-so? Oh, you didn't see the news? He dead. The fuck happened? Little chick I was messing with at the job at the time showed me the newspaper article. Still fucks me up. 15 years old, gone, behind his mama's choices. When I started this shit and started really taking inventory over my life, it's so much shit that black women have done and gotten away with. Because guess what? Again, in our community, Jesus, black mother. You can do anything you want, be a piece of shit human being, but it's okay. Because you're black, you're a female, and you had a child. But nobody likes to acknowledge that shit. Find the nearest black man or the idea of white supremacy and blame them. In particular, the nearest black man. Most of the time, it's a good black man getting blamed for some shit some fuck ass nigga did. Do you really want to be a stepdaddy? I know brothers always say, hey, I'm not the stepfather, I'm the father that stepped up. That's cute. And so many brothers have found out they'll be the father that stepped on. Let me get to these comments. Corey Joe says, hotter than fish grease, baby. You got it.
Hotter than fish grease.
God's Alpha Warrior says, I really think when we were young boys, we were indoctrinated by our parents, uncles, churches, etc. to be weak and docile. It was frowned upon for a young man to be outspoken and have self-respect. And you know where that shit came from? Matter of fact, you get this first.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Go ahead and put on my woke Kofa hat. You know where that came from, God's Warrior? Let me bring that comment back up. You know where that came from? Don't talk back to Massa. I don't want him to sell you. Don't talk back to the police, baby. I don't want them to lock you up. Don't talk back to Massa. I don't want him to hang you. Don't talk back to the police, baby. I don't want them to shoot you. Every turn young black men have been masculine has been a problem. To the point what God's Alpha Warrior just said is exactly that. We were raised, indoctrinated, socialized, taught not to be too much of a man. Unless, of course, you were going to hurt another black man. That's almost acceptable. This is why this shit keep going on in the streets and the women actually respect it. The same women complaining about hip hop are popping their ass to all the violence and shit. But you're right, God's Alpha Warrior. You're right about that, bro. We were raised to not be that strong. Unless it's on a sports field or, again, harming another brother in some street shit. Being a man standing up on some Malcolm Martin type of shit. No, you don't want to be too loud. They's gonna hear you. They's gonna see you. Mo on the go says, prefer a check over well-being or over the well-being of a child.
You go, girl.
Done seen it too many times. Eric Jordan says, I remember a man that got locked for false allegations for raping his kids, but finally got free after 25 years.
But wait, it gets worse.
That's ridiculous. Logic says, damn, people got to be careful. For sure, for sure. JC in the building. Salute, brother. Good chatting with you the other day. Good brother check in. Corey Joe says, KS would say stepdads are GD superheroes. that touched me deep. For real. Because that brother don't got to take that on. So when brothers do that shit and ready to move mountains and still take a L, hell, that's a hurt for all of us. I done seen some of the word, like my situation was bad. By the grace of God, like an OG told me today, man, you dodged a bullet. And I replied on some Matrix shit. Because I've seen brothers get hit with everything. Child support, kid ain't his. Everybody knows it ain't. Paying for college. Paying for a wedding. Cut off from the family. I done seen it, bro. I done seen it all. And there's so many brothers out here that are heartbroken by that shit. And never love again. Ain't even got it in them to get a passport and go across that water and can't even enjoy themselves. Because everything he's done, he poured into that step family, that blended family. And now he feels like a fucking failure. And I keep telling brothers, stop giving these women everything. Stop giving your kids, your own kids, everything. Because guess what? If that shit don't work, now you feel like a fucking failure. Your literal whole world just collapsed because that's what you made this woman and the kids. You can't pour from an empty cup, bro. You got to leave yourself something. Slide back over to the comments. Y'all speaking. Sean says, that's insane how these women can lie and deceive and still want to play victim.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says,
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
All right, so I'm going to play this last one. Then we're going to get ready to slide.
You said that a man...
I know it's low, but this is high as I could get it.
You said that a man that takes care of another man's child is weak. That's what you said.
Never mind, buddy, eating strawberries. I pulled this shit from TikTok. But rock with me.
Can you please explain why?
That's not your child. That's not your responsibility. Your intentions may be in the right place, but it's not. You're not gonna benefit from it. It is very rare. I know y'all love to use Shaq as an example.
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal, I think he wasn't raised with his biological father.
Oh yeah, right.
But how often does that happen?
LeBron.
That's very rare. And even so, children deserve both of their biological parents, which is why it's imperative for both men and women, but mainly women, because there's more women out here with children out of wedlock than men. Pick the right person the first time.
So now, what if that doesn't happen?
I don't know what to tell you. Focus
No.
on yourself.
Because you can't say. So you're saying that every man that takes care of another man's child is weak.
Yes.
It is impossible for every man to grow up. Well, right now, as we're talking, every man does not have a man in their life. Mm-hmm. Or every child and every boy and every girl does not have a man in their life. Mm-hmm. So who's supposed to take that role as the man in that life?
The biological father. If the biological father is not there,
then
maybe I could give leeway for if the father died. Maybe if the woman's a widow, maybe it's not nobody's fault that the man passed away. But even that is rare. It's rare that a man is taking care of a child because the biological father is dead. You have a child. Kids are expensive. Why I don't see the point of taking all of your hard-earned money and investing into somebody else's DNA. And then statistically, children who are raised by step-parents, they don't turn out any better than children who are raised by single parents. Blended families have a very high failure rate.
Where you get that statistic from, though?
I didn't.
Yeah,
but it's true though. But it's true. Children usually turn out better on average.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Y'all heard what sis said. Some of what we've been saying tonight. Where's the benefit in it? You're giving all your time, all your energy, all for the potential of shit to go left. And I know everybody wants to talk about, you can't live in a scarcity mindset, and there's no guarantee that it's going to go left. There's no guarantee that it's going to go right. So, with that said, get ready to share some numbers with you, and then we're going to slide off. Where's my screen share? Bam. Here we go, y'all. This is from stepfamily.org. I'm going to read a little bit. Step family statistics. Statistics are staggering. The majority of families have shifted from the original biological bond in mother, father, and child. We are now in a nation in which the majority of families are divorced. Most go on to remarry or form living together relationships. These families take a multitude of forms. Divorce with children. The children reside with one parent and visit the other. Most are dating or looking for new partners. Remarried, recoupled, living together with his and her children. She is in the role of a step-parent. Single mothers, recoupled, dating, and alone. Divorced dads. These dads generally visit their children. Often they are recoupled, bringing a stepmother figure into their children's lives. Lesbian and gay couples with children from a prior relationship. Step families are not addressed, assessed, and counted, further catapulting those who live in and lead our society into the quagmire of ignorance. These numbers tell the story. The U.S. Bureau of Census relates 1,300 new step families are forming every day. Over 50% of U.S. families are remarried or recoupled. The average marriage in America lasts only 7 years. Remember, I was trying to see, I thought it was like 5 or something like that, but it's only 7 years. That's the average marriage in America, is only lasting 7 years. 1 out of 2 marriages ends in divorce. 75% remarry. 66% of those living together or remarried break up when children are involved. Brothers, are you listening? 80% of remarried or recoupled partners with children both have careers. 50% of the 60 million children under the age of 13 are currently living with one biological parent and that parent's current partner. The 1990 U.S. Census stated there will be more step families than original families by the year 2000. I think we've crossed over that. This is a little bit old and dated, but let me see what happened.